Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Caitlin. I'm 23 from Melbourne, Australia. I read a lot of MM and YA books, so I film a lot of reading vlogs, recommendations videos. If that's your cup of tea, feel free to stick around. I also own my own independent bookstore, A Novel Addiction. I'll leave the link down below if you want to check that out. Now, on to the reading vlog. So happy Monday. We are kicking off where we finished off our last reading vlog with Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn. This is book 2 in the, I don't think it's the Legendborn series, the Legendborn cycle. I did manage to get a little bit of reading done on my lunch break at work, so I'm currently up to, I say got a little bit of reading done. I read the prologue and the first chapter, so I'm up to chapter 2 on page 27. My target for today is to get to chapter 8, which is page 87. So I'm going to do a little bit of a time lapse. Alrighty, happy Wednesday. I am about to go to work, but I did want to update the vlog really quickly just to tell you that this week is going awfully in terms of keeping up with my pages. So day 1, Monday, I fell asleep mid-read and didn't finish my 78 pages, so I finished them yesterday morning. Then yesterday, got home from Taekwondo, fell asleep, and I'm only up to page 129 when yesterday I was supposed to get to 173. So not only do I have to finish those pages today, I also have to finish my original 78 pages. I'm not keen. I'm gonna be reading for a long time today. Okay, I'm back. Please excuse the appearance. I have a wedding this weekend and I got a fake tan this afternoon and I'm just waiting until I can wash it off. I haven't touched my pages of Bloodmarked yet today. Slightly daunting. So I'm just gonna sit and read. I have about an hour and 15 minutes until I can wash off this tan, so I'm gonna try to finish all of my pages in that time. I was considering doing a time lapse, but since I don't want to go under the covers and get fake tan everywhere, I'm chilling on top of the blankets, and no matter where I put my camera, you can see my legs, and that angle is just weird. So I'll keep you updated. Good morning, happy Thursday. I figured I would update you guys on how my reading went last night. I failed again. I tried, I really did. And at some point I have fallen asleep, and I swear I remember reaching over to turn out the light, but when I woke up this morning, this book was under the covers with me and my bookmark was nowhere to be found. So who knows what happened, but I did stay in bed a little bit longer this morning to finish reading my pages from yesterday. So I'm currently up to page 27, which is page 251, which is 44% of the way through the book. So we're making progress. I still have to read today's pages, which would take me to, let's figure it out. So today's pages would take me to page 329. Let's see when the nearest chapter is after that. Alrighty, so today's reading will take me to chapter 34, which is page 332. I should probably actually tell you what I'm thinking about this book, because this whole vlog so far has just been me ranting about how I'm failing to stick to my reading goals. I'm definitely enjoying it. There aren't as many scenes or chapters I feel in this one where I'm kind of sitting there going, okay, like, let's get a move on. Like, everything in this book is happening for a reason, and I feel like I'm so interested in every aspect of it, and I'm really keen to see, you know, what the outcome of this whole thing is going to be. That being said though, I do feel like this book has been very action-packed, which is probably why it's keeping my interest so much. I feel like we haven't really had a break yet, which I'm loving. Do not get me wrong. I am absolutely loving that so many things are happening, because that's what's keeping my interest right now. Like, there are so many questions, there are so many things happening, the bonds between characters, I feel like we're going to get to explore them a little bit more in this book, and I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. I'm still worried about this cliffhanger that I'm supposed to be expecting. Thank you very much to a random comments on Goodreads that I read. I hope it's not too bad, because this book only came out in like November of last year or something, so we're gonna have to be waiting a hot minute for book 3 to come out. But anyway, I figure as well I might just give like a little bit of a life update while I'm here, because why not? So like I said, it's Thursday. I actually finished up at my job at the library yesterday. Yesterday was my last day working with that library service, and I've been working with them for 5 years. Like, I've worked with them since I was 16. I started as a volunteer and went from casual to, you know, actually having the role of librarian, and it was so cool. Plans change, things don't always work out the way you expect them to. So now we're just kind of taking a little bit of a step back, putting some more time into my taekwondo, into my business, into my YouTube, and I'm so excited to have more time to dedicate to doing the things that I love. But then I also have to worry about money because you kind of need that to live. What's kind of funny though is that even though I wrapped up yesterday, you know, I had to give back my laptop, my headphones, everything that came with that job, and silly me decided to leave my laptop charger at home yesterday, so I have to take that back today. I realized I've actually still got the laptop sleeve that they gave me, so that has to go back today. Also, silly me, left my lunch there yesterday. Like, I have a lunch bag that I took it in and I left it in my locker. But anyway, I will keep you updated on my reading today. We'll probably do a time lapse for that because I don't think we've done a time lapse since Monday, if we've done one at all. Chapter 29, page 266. Okay, I'm back, and this sunlight is honestly like a beast. It's several hours later because I got distracted by food and a bunch of other things, but we have finished the pages for today. We've actually read more than I had to read. So this is the first day that I've actually finished my pages on the day that I was supposed to finish them. So I was meant to read to page 332. I ended up reading to page 358. Every chapter was so interesting and I could not leave like in the middle of something. It was one of those scenes where like every chapter led on to the next so seamlessly, and I was like, well, it's like pausing a movie in the middle of like the biggest action climax in the whole thing. Like, why would I want to do that? I've kept reading. I'm very tempted to keep reading, but I've been reading for hours and I do have other things that I need to do today. So we're going to take a break. This is our progress. This is the side that I have left to go. It's probably good that I read a little bit extra today because I'm not going to be able to read anything on Saturday because I have a wedding. I will be doubling my pages either tomorrow or Sunday. Wish me luck. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm back from the wedding. My face is a different color from my neck. My eyebrows feel like they're a different color than they normally are. And it's time to finish our book for the week. I honestly don't remember if I read my Friday pages or not. I feel like I might have. I could not think of anything other than this book on Thursday. I could not even dream of picking up a romance because my mind was just on this constantly. I'm loving this so much more than I love the first one, which seems to be reflected in a lot of people's Goodreads reviews. They seem to love this book way more than book one. So honestly, I was in bed reading this and I think I fell asleep mid-page because again, my book was over here, the bookmark was way over there. Saturday was one of my good friends' weddings. You can check out my Instagram if you want to see some photos, but I might pop one like up here or something as a little bit of a teaser. It was so pretty. The weather was gorgeous. It was a great time overall. I woke up so early yesterday morning and could not fall back to sleep, so I honestly think I was reading my book in bed for like an hour. And are you kidding me? If you've read this book before, towards the end of the book, we had such a happy moment between two of our characters and I was so here for it. And then we got to this section. I had to stop reading here because I had to get ready to be a bridesmaid, but like I read just the first little snippet of this section of the book. What is going on? I only have 54 pages left in this book. I can't even guess how on earth we're going to finish this book because there are so many unanswered questions, and I know that we have another book coming that hopefully that's the last one and these can all be sorted because I do not know if I can be put through the ringer to wait for 2 more books or more in this series. So I'm gonna chill, probably gonna do another time lapse while I finish reading these last 54 pages. 100% I can already tell you that I'm gonna be buying the hardcover copy of this book to match Legendborn on my shelves, and I found it on Amazon for $24. How good is that? I feel like normally when you're buying hardcovers, they can be, especially in Australia, they can be anywhere upwards of like $25 to like $40, especially if you're buying from Dimmicks, because Dimmicks can be a tad expensive sometimes. But $24, you're joking me. I'm obsessed. Okay, anyway, let's get back to reading. I'm so excited. I'm also shitting myself, but anyway. Ooh. Me break, my camera's gonna die, so I can't actually do a time lapse, but I will update you guys when I finish the book. Okay, it's a little while later and this lighting is absolutely crazy. It's just kind of hit that perfect sunset time. So we finished it. Oh my god. It was fantastic. Like, this one from start to finish was just so good. I will be just stalking my Goodreads and anything else I can find until I have book 3 in my hands. I get why they say it ends on a cliffhanger, because it definitely does. It's not such a giant one that I cannot function until I have book 3. I'm happy with how it ended, so I know that I'll be able to delve into another book pretty much straight away and like, I'll live. I'll be okay. But still, I get where people are coming from, that like, I just want to go straight into the next one. I want to know what happens. I want to know how this all wraps up. I want to know how it ends. I want to make sure everyone's happy, everyone's okay. I'm going to get into just a little bit of a spoilery section at the moment. So if you don't want to watch that, I'll leave a time up here somewhere that you can skip to and you won't be spoiled. If you've already read it or you just don't really care, feel free to keep watching. Okay, 1, Bree and Cell. My word, I have been shipping them from the very beginning, and I felt kind of guilty because Nick is such a lovely character and I do think he really cares for Bree, and Bree really cares for Nick in return. But like, her and Cell, there's just a connection there, mate. It's been there since the first moment they met and it's insane. And so when they finally kissed, I was lying in bed at the Airbnb. This was yesterday before the wedding. I was lying in bed and I'm literally here, and you just see me go like, because I was so happy that it finally happened. And then Bree went and got like possessed by Arthur and ruined everything. Not everything, but you get what I mean. But also, her getting possessed by Arthur, what a shock. I did not see that coming. I kind of wish that got extended a little bit. I did really find it interesting that we got to read from both Arthur's perspective while he was in Bree's body and Bree's perspective while she was trapped inside of Arthur's dreams in Camelot. But I feel like the whole thing resolved far too quickly. When Nick and Cell found Bree inside Arthur's dreams, that part alone was so like, it blew my mind. I was like, how did they even manage to get in there? But the way that Bree was like, I don't know how to get out of here because Arthur has been trapped in here for centuries. And Nick just goes, it was like Nick already had the answers. And he comes in and he's like, well, how did Arthur get control of your body? And she's like, I gave it to him. I accepted him. And Nick just goes, well, what's the opposite of acceptance? And she goes, oh, I reject being the scion of Arthur. And then like, that was it. They got out, Arthur disappeared. And you're like, I feel like that was too easy. So I will not be surprised if Arthur rocks up again in the next book. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Okay, spoiler section over. I didn't expect to love this as much as I did. I knew that I was interested when it came out. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So I should have expected that I would enjoy it. And I did. But I didn't expect to enjoy it this much. So if you're contemplating giving this series a go, I would say 100% do it. If you've watched the first vlog already, you probably have seen that I didn't enjoy it immensely. It was very exciting. I was very intrigued. I did enjoy it. I just found that there were some parts that were a little bit slow. Found that I couldn't really connect to any aspect of the book despite enjoying the content. This one, on the other hand, the complete opposite. I was 100% involved. I was like reading it in here, like I said that I wanted to in the previous vlog. Definite turnaround there. But anyway, I could keep yakking about this for such a long time, so I'm gonna wrap this up. If you like this video, well, firstly, thank you for watching. And if you did like it, feel free to give it a thumbs up or hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see similar content. Anyway, thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Be sure to comment down below if you've read the series, if you plan on reading it, tell me what you're reading now. Comment whatever you like, really, and I'll see you next time.